You're not Hitler. You're not a Nazi. You don't deserve to be called that and demonized.
Well,
That's when Alex was like, oh, Jesus.
I'm trying to dig you out of this.
But I gave you an out. Wow. And this fool sitting up here dressed like a goddamn Cobra Commander character. Like he ready to go fight G.I. Joe.
Well, Alex, I tell you. By the way, don't call me Kanye, call me Cobra!
DTmerch.com is up and we got plenty of stuff for it. We got all kind of stuff now, from mugs to coasters to stickers to caps, hoodies, and we got the shirt of the month. Don't forget Pixie. Pixie's gonna be our shirt designed by Teresa Rockabirdie. It's gonna be up for the rest of December. Somebody said, you talking about Kanye. You know, I decided to stop talking about Kanye for a little while. Because I did tell you he'd do something again, but that fool did go full supervillain the other day. Mm-hmm. He was in there in a supervillain mask.
Yeah.
He was hanging out with the Legion of Doom.
It did look like the Legion of Doom.
Yeah, he was hanging out with Alex Jones and sat up there talking that anti-Semitic shit again. And then got kicked off of Twitter because he put up a swastika.
Yeah.
And everybody immediately said, but what about free speech, Elon? I thought people could say whatever they wanted to say. There's two things to be learned from this Kanye thing. Let me see if I can find it. Because there are two things that we need to look at to know that everybody's full of shit, okay? So, yeah, I'll take a look at it real quick. Hold on. Just Kanye real quick, because we ain't going to spend a whole segment on this. Let me see if I can find it. I was not planning on it, but I saw somebody send me an email. It just came up. You gonna talk about Kanye? Believe me, I would rather not talk about Kanye, because talking about Kanye just means that
Kanye wins.
Something stupid happened with Kanye, and people are still listening to his ass.
Yeah, him talking shit and Alex Jones going, yeah, okay, I'm not, I don't know about that.
When Alex Jones has to be the one to tell you you're crazy, you're crazy. Oh, let me see here. Oh, let me see. I'll just put this in here. Kanye defends Hitler, because that's what it was. He said he liked some things about Hitler.
You're not Hitler. You're not a Nazi. You don't deserve to be called that and demonized.
well,
That's when Alex was like, oh, Jesus.
I'm trying to dig you out of this.
But I gave you an out. Wow. And this fool sitting up here dressed like a goddamn Cobra Commander character. Like he ready to go fight G.I. Joe.
Well, Alex, I tell you. By the way, don't call me Kanye, call me Cobra!
I love that. You're not a Nazi, right? Well,
no, that's the wrong.
Unless you are a Nazi, the answer is a quick no. I tell you that right now. That is, boy, you have to sit back and think about that. Is this multiple choice?
I see good things about Hitler also. Every human being has something of value that they brought to the table, especially Hitler.
Especially Hitler.
It was almost there. and he made sure he took it back.
Because I was, man, I hadn't seen the video. At first I said, well, I can see what he's trying to say. And then he followed with, especially Hitler, though.
Yeah, people are always trying to do that. I can see what he's trying to say. I was yesterday after the funeral talking to somebody, and we were talking about it because the young people were like, Kanye, they were going on.
Oh, yeah.
And he was quiet to me. He said, well, you know, he just got a different way of thinking of things. And I was like, and he went on TV and said slavery was a choice. He's like, well, if you think about it, it was. The choice was to be a slave or die. That's the choice.
Who are you talking to?
I stopped talking to him at that point. I was like,
is this somebody I know?
You don't know. You don't know him. You don't know him.
Yeah, don't let me know. I'm going to find this fool and choke the shit out of him.
Okay, I guess.
So, people, first of all, this whole thing with Kanye West, man.
Yay.
Yay, okay. Yeah, I'm about to just call him dipshit. This idiot over here, Kanye West. The whole thing with Kanye West is a lot of people, you still got people trying to argue that, oh, well, maybe this is some sort of crazy performance art that he has going on.
He
you know,
must
with
be
the
dropping
mask
an
and
album.
everything.
Yeah.
And somebody, and this person wasn't defending him, told me this. They just said maybe he's doing some Andy Kaufman type live, you know, in real time performance art type thing. Now they weren't defending him. They just think, but even if that's the case, that's just desperate.
Yeah.
That's just desperate. And even if you are doing some kind of performance art, that's still, just because you're saying it's art, it's still disrespectful. It's disrespectful to victims of the Holocaust, to survivors of the Holocaust, to anybody who believes in human decency. It's disrespectful. And it's just sad and desperate and pathetic. If that is what he's doing, if he's trolling, if he's doing genius art, then, you know, that is just pathetic that you got to sink that low for attention.
Oh, absolutely.
Take your billions of dollars. Oh, I'm sorry, you ain't a billionaire no more. Take your millions of dollars or whatever you have left, and why don't you do something decent for the world? Start by shutting. First of all,
That's the first
that's
thing.
the first thing.
Yeah, so as I was saying, man, all these billionaires who can't stay off Twitter and won't shut up. I don't trust any of them.
Yeah, I am so. Listen, there's not a lot of things that I can sit back and say I told you so on, and even if I was right, I wouldn't gloat like that. But I told you about Kanye for years.
Nevertheless.
Years. Before the pandemic, I was telling you about this dude. I said, why is anybody listening to this guy? And I remember talking to people back in the day like, oh, get over it, man. Separate the artist from the man. He still drop bangers, you know, all that shit. I told y'all for years this was not going to go anywhere good at all. And listen, at that time, I was just saying he was just an idiot and a little bit mentally ill. And yeah, very offensive. Now we got this fool talking about Hitler's a great man. You better stop this. Look, and he's already wearing supervillain costumes.
Yep.
This fool's going to be trying to get world domination next.
I know. He's going to buy an island and have a headquarters under a volcano.
Yeah. Shit, one day people going to be in New York and the Times Square is just going to stop and this fool's going to pop up on the Jumbotron.
Right.
I believe he's so mentally ill at this point that he's trying to get people to turn against him because people have kissed his ass for so long. And I don't give a fuck. Everybody's talking about poor Kanye. Oh, his mental health. Hey, look, this fool's got money. There's no stopping him now. This is going to work out the way it works out. I'm more concerned about the people that he's hurting. This dude, man. You know, I hope he gets help. I hope something happens that can actually set his mind right and he can quit doing this dumb shit. But I am more concerned about the people that he hurts. And that is why I told people, and white people, can I talk to my people for a moment? Step aside. You out there were the main ones defending his ass more than other people. They the main ones talking about, I ain't gonna give up, my man. You goddamn right, he dropped another album. I'm gonna be. Now, a lot of white people supported Kanye, and that's what we got with him right here. But so I'm talking to black people where I said, man, do you hear the shit he said about Harriet Tubman and slavery's a choice? Yeah, man, but you know, he crazy. I was like, God. Let these other people support him if they want to, but we should be very offended by these, very racist things that he says.
Standards. We should demand more.
Exactly. We should never have propped this guy up. Nobody should never, black people especially, never should have gone to any of these album releases. They never should have been buying all these, talking about, well, College Dropout, man, that's great. So now I got to buy all his other shit. You never should have been buying his music after that. You never should have been making excuses for him. He said some offensive shit about us back in the day, and we gave him a pass. And now look at it. We gave him such a pass, he went after the Jews. I actually had somebody tell me, get over it. Okay.
Get over it, okay.
Yeah, okay. All right, sure. The other thing with this, because there's two things to see. One, we already kind of knew. We just seeing it getting worse in real time. The other one is this right here. Elon Musk having to ban Kanye off of Twitter because he put up a swastika just goes to show how full of shit this guy is.
I think everyone's aware of that.
Well, so many people propped him up as a genius before.
I know.
And I'm going to tell you something. I was one of them. I ain't never kissed this guy's ass or anything, but I thought like, well, this guy, you know, he's got Tesla and the cars and electric cars, and he's, you know, he got ideas to change the world. Maybe I'm still kind of suspicious of this guy, but wow, he got some great ideas. Ryan Hamilton sent me a video that really kind of confirmed what I was already feeling about things. And thank you, Ryan, for sending it to me. Ryan Hamilton sent me a video talking about how we prop people up as geniuses when they're really not.
Yeah, I know. No. People are quick to want to self-proclaim themselves as geniuses, and people will just go with it. Like they want somebody to be a genius.
Yeah.
They want somebody to be Tony Stark or the man of the future. And so since he was willing to get in there and say something, people just went with it. And there's no scrutiny.
Well, it goes back to what I was saying. It's not that these people are really what they are. I told you, life is marketing. If somebody's marketed to us as a genius, then for some reason we buy it. Mm-hmm. If somebody's marketed to us as beautiful or handsome, we buy it. I guarantee you, if a company got a disfigured person and somehow position them in a way and in an image that they would say, you know what, but this he has sexy allure. Mm-hmm. He has there's something about him. You would believe that the Elephant Man.
Yeah.
You believe that the Elephant Man is hot. Mm-hmm. And that's what these people do. It's a video about Elon Musk, that FTX guy, what's that guy's name?
Ben, what's that guy's name? Damn it.
Yeah. Anyway, and Mark Zuckerberg, and how all these guys got lucky, or really did have an idea, but they ain't no geniuses. They bought their way through things. Mm-hmm. They had power behind them to get them through that. You know. And by the way, a lot of times these people who are actually smart people, it's not always because, you know, they are Tony Stark or something. It's because they had the foundation to prop them up into that place. Bill Gates didn't just one day come out of the goddamn trailer park and all of a sudden create Microsoft. His parents, I think, were already rich.
That's the case with a lot of these people.
And they were academics, I think.
Yeah. Elon's family had money.
Yeah.
And, you know, Steve Jobs, the genius, he'd had these ideas, but he went to the people who knew how to do it and say, make this, and push them to the point where like, okay, they got it done. Yeah. But it ain't like he actually got in there and did the programming. Yep.
And Elon Musk is another person. You know, it goes to show just how much bullshit this whole free speech thing is on Twitter or anything. Hey, newsflash, motherfucker. There's no such thing as freedom of speech 100% all the time and 100% everywhere. You got to have regulation. Mm-hmm. You know, if your business, go ahead, try that shit as he did. Just leave the floodgates open for everybody to come in and say what they want to say. I dare you. How long do you think that shit would last? It lasted not even a month with him before he had to ban somebody for putting up a swastika.
Sure. Yeah, because he can let anybody on there and say whatever they want, but advertisers are going to be, that's not for us.
Yeah. And no matter how much you spin it as, look at the advertisers here trying to keep us from saying what we want to say, limiting free speech. Yeah, when that swastika came up, you limited that shit real quick, didn't you? That shit wasn't free. It's bullshit. Yeah, and that's another thing. You know them Jews out there got money. You saw that swastika come up and you knew that this is not me even making an anti-Semitic remark.
No, I know.
No. He knows that Jewish people got power. You know those Jews go jump on your ass real quick and they got pulled. So you didn't mind when that N-word was coming in because you like, oh, them niggas, they ain't got no money. They can't do nothing. So that's another reason why I can stand this guy. You know, the N-word was spread all over the place.
Yeah.
And he didn't give a shit about us at all, man.
Didn't step in. Yeah.
But once a swastika came up, you're like, oh, shit. They hear you? Yeah, people just stop buying this bullshit that everybody out there is a genius. And it comes back to Kanye, too. Everybody's talking about how Kanye's a genius because he was doing weird shit. I never thought Kanye was a genius. And I told y'all to stop believing that shit. He was babbling everywhere he goes, talking nonsense. And people thought, oh, man, well, he's just speaking on a higher level than us.
Don't sell yourself short.
Yeah. You know who's a genius? Me. Because I told you about this 4 years ago. But yeah, man, there's my Kanye rant right there. Yeah. And sad thing is, that's not even going to stop people.
No.
As long as you're a celebrity, man.
Yeah.
You know, now he's got the cult of Kanye, just like Trump got a cult. Hey, you really want to succeed? Get yourself a cult out there. Stand behind you no matter what.
That's true. No matter what you do, they'll figure out a way to explain it. They'll rationalize it.
Kanye just posted about Elon on Instagram. Let me see what this fool said here. Let me see. Now they look at this. Now they turn on each other. Oh boy, I love this. Oh shit, this thing is just imploding. Am I the only one who thinks Elon could be half Chinese? Okay.
Wait, where are you going with this?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if I should keep reading this, y'all. This could get us in trouble. Am I the only one who thinks Elon could be half Chinese? Have you ever seen his pics as a child? Take a Chinese genius and mate them with a South African supermodel, and we have an Elon. I say an Elon because they probably made 10 to 30 Elons, and he's the first genetic hybrid that stuck. Well, let's not forget about Obama. I'm sorry for using curse words in church, but I don't have another word for Obama yet. Ye 24. Let's unify and find out. LUAFO, whatever the means. Laugh, up, aside, forwards, onward. I don't know what the hell that means.
Okay, I don't know what any of that meant.
No. No, I don't know what any of that means either. But I know that at one time, first of all, this man is weird. He is crazy. This is the rantings of a mentally ill person. Mm-hmm. But there was a time that he sat back and he said to someone, I forgot where it was. He said, Joe Biden's a idiot. And I'm sorry to have to say this, but he's a idiot for not listening to Elon Musk. And I was like, oh boy. Boy. Elon ain't listening to you no more, is he? This shit is imploding on each other. Jesus, boy.